If you can see me and if you can see me and you can hear me, can you please help me out by typing yes in the chat screen, please? Yeah, if you can see me and you can hear me, can you please help me out by typing yes in the chat screen, please? Okay. I think we are live now, so let's go and do this. All right, so we're gonna be, let me pull up my PowerPoint slides. Okay, share screen. All right, great. I think we are ready to start. Let me pull up yep. Okay, guys, I just want to, let me be sure I can still see the chat box. All right. I can see the chat box here. I'm still waiting for you guys. Okay, Roger, Lakeman, up, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sorry, it's my first time of using, actually using Zoom for a webinar. I typically use GoToWebinar. So this is a bit strange and new for me. So I'm just going to seek your indulgence to be sure that everything can go right. All right, I want to appreciate you guys for coming in today of all days, which is like the day before the final day of the year. And I really, really am excited to be sharing with everyone today. We are also streaming live on Facebook as we speak. So for those of you on Facebook, let me see if I will just pull up my Facebook on my phone so that I can see your comments. And then those who are in the webinar room can ask questions directly on the webinar itself. Okay, so it's all good as we are doing right now. Let me pull up this one. Let me pull up my, oops. Come on, guys. Where is it? Just a second, guys. I'm going to start the recording in a minute. I just wanted to be sure I got this going on. Okay, great. Oops. Just bear with me for a second as I try to sort this out on my phone. Okay, great. I can see that now. So that way I can see the comments of those. Okay, let me lower the audio. Okay, great. I think we are here. I see Olabisi on the Facebook page. I see Magic Peter on the Facebook. Fantastic. And I see those of us who are in here as well. Let me reduce my picture here. I also want to see the chat. Okay, great. Everybody's good to go. So what we are going to be doing today is how you are going to dominate 2018. We want to help you get a game plan together on how you can dominate 2018. And as you join us, can you give me some love for me to know you are there? Give me some love and share this link with your friends. If you're out there live on Facebook, you want to share with your friends. If you are right here in the webinar room, you can always chat. I'm going to give more attention to those who are right here in the webinar room right now. So what we are doing is we are trying to get the game plan for how you can crush it. Okay, how you're going to be crushing it in 2018. How to clarify your income goals, your target market, your delivery system, and what you will charge your clients in 2018. Because in this end of year webinar, oops, I didn't even start a recording. Where's the recording? Excuse me, record this webinar. Okay. Okay, great. Let me start over. I want to appreciate every one of you that are tuning in now. Excuse the little hiccup. It's my first time of using Zoom for webinar. I typically use it to do interviews. Today, we are going to be talking about the game plan. All right, the game plan for dominating 2018. Because we know that this is not dominating any year is not something that happens by accident. This is something you have to plan for. So I'm very excited to see so many of you here today. Let me put this here so that I'm not distracted. Okay, so let's move on. So the game plan. In this game plan webinar, I'm going to be showing you how to get ready to crush it in 2018, what worked for me and what sucked for me in 2017. I'm going to share that with you. And then I'm going to share with you how to raise your game in 2018, my business financial projections for 18, and how you can learn from that. All right. Thank you so much, John Oluwagbemiga, for praying for me. May my energy level never wane. Daniel Nagozi, Chinagozi, I see you. I see so many of you out there. Great. So I'm going to show you how to raise your game in 2018. And by sharing my own business and financial projections for 2018, and how you can also make your own realistic projections. I'm going to share the game plan. All right. The simple plan to crush it in 2018. I'm going to show you my own simple plan and how you can use my simple model to rock it. And then, of course, I'm going to share my crystal ball on what I think is going to work in 2018, the way I see it as far as business is concerned. I do have a PowerPoint presentation here, but most times I'm going to go off it because I just put it together. It may not necessarily match what I want to say, but I am one of those guys that I don't feel comfortable if I don't have some kind of PowerPoint to guide me, so that, because I have this tendency of going way out of hand. All right. So the first thing you have to do, how to get ready to crush it in 2018. This is planning before the plan itself. Okay. How to plan. Okay. Do a thorough analysis of your 2017 plan. Determine your clear goals and mission for 2018. Have a realistic, detailed plan of action on how to achieve your goals for 2018. And there you got to come out of the gate swinging. All right, be focused, but make your plan dynamic. We're going to be talking about that, because while you are going to have a plan, you are not going to be a slave to that plan. You are going to have to be ready to move and make changes as the thing unfolds, because it's a dynamic process. Number 6, I'm going to be talking about how to be alive to new developments that may force a revisal of your plan. Please do not mind my typos on my PowerPoints. I just did it in the last 1 hour or two, but we're going to rock this anyway. But before we go forward, I want to give every one of you a special gift right now. All right. This is something me and one of my friends, all of you know Chad Nicely. That's one of the guys killing it out there. I mean, by the time you take out Omar Martin and you take out a couple of other guys, like my first name that I try to follow, Chad Nicely is a guy I also watch closely, because he's very aggressive. He knows what he's doing, and he kills it all the time. So what he's doing is that we have partnered on something for next year. Like I told you, I'm going to come out of January swinging like a mofo, as Chad Nicely will say. So I'm giving out a special gift so that you can be a participant there. That's going to be a big event in Las Vegas. But before then, we are giving away some free stuff for even those of you who may not be able to come to that event. All right. So you want to go to fearlessnetpreneur.com/giveaway, because we are giving away over $12,000 in trainings, resources, and programs, and you are eligible to win over $30,000 in prizes. I mean, Chad Nicely has done a great job putting this together, and I think the first thing you want to do is help yourself by getting hold of this package. I don't know how long this package is going to be open. I don't know how many people Chad Nicely is going to give access into this partnership. I'm actually going to be speaking at that event in Las Vegas also. But wherever you are in the world, my guys from Nigeria, my guys from India, my guys from London, go get yours right now. Okay, so what you need to do is just go to fearlessnetpreneur.com/giveaway and then sign up as one of my VIPs, so that you can get access to this $12,000 free training right away. And this is part of what you are going to be getting. All right, you're going to be getting live Q&A sessions this coming Friday. Chad is going to bring it with some other top guys. They are going to have live Q&A sessions so that you can ask questions about how your life is going to go in this 2018. There's going to be special contests, okay? There's going to be live interviews, and there's going to be live events and training as part of the special VIP pass you are getting today. Guys, there is no charge. It's my first gift to you for this year. I want you to succeed, whether you like it or not. As Omar Martin will say, it will make you make money, whether you like it or not. Same way I want to do. You guys know I follow some guys. I do what they are doing. That's why you see me having the success that I'm having. I look at what they are doing. I try to do something similar without copying them directly, doing my own version of what they are doing. It's very simple. You also do the same with me this year, all right? You do the same. You see me do something, study it, try to come up with your own version without necessarily copying everything I'm doing 100%, okay? So go get this gift right now, fearlessnetpreneur.com/giveaway, okay? So what I always do every year, like I said, this whole training is about showing you how to crush it in 2018, regardless of what you are doing. You don't have to be an internet marketer. You don't have to be a digital marketer in whatever business you are doing. All right? I'm going to show you how to do it. And it starts with my own self-analysis of 2017. I mean, it was a great year for my flagship brands. I have several brands out there, but two of them had major breakouts this year. The Mobisoft brand, which is the brand for developing and launching softwares, and the Fearless Netpreneur brand, which is the one that does the iTicket coaching, the magazine publication, and a lot of other stuff that I do. All right, we got a breakout year this year. I mean, we didn't reach the $1 million mark, but as at the last count, which is yesterday when I took stock, we're at $910,000. I promised myself I was going to get 1 million this year because I really want to be one of the first guys to get it from my coach. I didn't get it yet, and I doubt if I'm going to get 90,000 before end of tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to show you some screens. I'm going to show you what I did right and what I did wrong. So my simple plan for 2017. Okay, remember what we are doing. This first part, we want to talk about what like an analysis of this year. Because if you don't review your 2017, you can't plan for 2018. So I'm giving you a self-review, and hopefully you will do the same thing in your own business, whatever it is, whether you are a pastor, whether you are a consumer advocate, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an internet marketer, it doesn't matter. You got to do a review of where you are this year before you move to 2018. So my own plan was very simple this year. I had a $1 million income plan for 2017. It's a very clear plan. There is no ambiguity. And I didn't pick it from the air. All right. I told myself, why can't I do $1 million in 2017? Considering what I did in 2016, where I did well over 400,000. Why can't I double that and do better? And that's how it started. Then my market focus. I sat down, decided what my market focus was going to be. And I said, I want to focus exclusively on the make money online niche. This may not be the case next year. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to expand it a bit, but that was my focus this year. I left everything else. I just wanted to focus on the make money online niche. So I had a clear plan to achieve my goals. Let me share that with you. Then I'm going to tell you what happened with the plan, the one that worked, the one that did not work. I told myself I got to create a netpreneur community. Okay, I need to start an industry magazine to increase visibility and credibility. Because when I told myself last year that I wanted to do $1 million, a lot of people in the industry really didn't know me. Okay, I was doing local business consulting in Africa, Nigeria. Basically, only Nigerians knew me, particularly businesses. But here am I want to go global on the digital marketing community, and I know I need to create something that will give me visibility. So I told myself, start an industry magazine to increase visibility and credibility. Then, considering the fact that I wanted to make $1 million, looking at what happened when I launched my first product last year, I told myself a big part of my results will be to launch 4 software products this year, 1 every quarter, minimum. In fact, I planned for 2 every quarter. Of course, it didn't work out that way, and I'm going to tell you what happened. Then I told myself I need to create books and training for my niche. Okay, I need to launch my high-level coaching program because that was going to be a big part of getting to that $1 million. You're not going to get a $1 million launching $19 products or even $100 products. It's going to be tough. So you need to have high-level coaching in the mix. And how did I arrive at that? I look at what top guys like Omar Martin, Chad Nicely, all the guys that I follow, I look at what they do. And I saw that almost every one of them have a high-level coaching program somewhere. In fact, many of them have different levels. So I told myself I'm going to create one. Then I'm going to become a top affiliate marketer. That didn't happen, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't make that. But that was part of the plan, because I realized that for you to be a good affiliate marketer, a good product launcher, you have to be a good affiliate marketer. Because most of the big names out there will only promote for you if they know you are in a position to also promote for them. Okay, and that was part of the game plan. But somehow I didn't achieve that part of the plan. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Then I knew that I had to organize shows and events to further give myself credibility. So if you guys have seen me doing some stuff that to you may not look like he's not making money with it, or that how is he monetizing it, sometimes some of those things that I do is not for the money, it's for something different entirely. Like the Netpreneur Summit. I really didn't care whether I made a dime on the Netpreneur Summit. I wanted to use it to get credibility in the industry by putting all the big names together for like 3 days, let them train, but they're training under my brand. And that really helped me a lot because it brought me to the attention of a lot of the guys that I wanted to do business with, all right? And then I told myself I was going to launch a quality, I was going to launch a charity product to give back. And I've been very hot about this charity thing called Netpreneur Incubation Center. I even went so far as to get a complete building that can take about 200 people. I spoke to my my mother in the Lord, Reverend Oduyemi, and they gave me a whole building that I can use to start a Netpreneur Incubation Center, which is basically a center to train people in Africa how to become internet marketers. Free. I'm not going to charge them, put like 100 computers there, put all the training in there, and get somebody to run that center so that we can breed new netpreneurs in Africa, particularly Nigeria, as part of my own contribution to reducing unemployment. Again, that part I never got achieved this year because I did get the building. I got the permission of the owners of that area. They were just waiting for me to go get the computers. And somehow I got distracted. I didn't do it, but we're going to come back to that. But that was my plan in 2017. So I started carrying it out. I'm going to tell you how I put the plan together later. All right. So the software came. I mean, we launched it 2.0 of Mobimatic, launched the 3.0 of it. I did Social Daddy. I did a Launchify 360 and a couple of other products as part of my march towards my $1 million thing. I also had my iTicket coaching program. In fact, ended up creating like 3 of them. One of them is the Netpreneur franchise system, which is basically patterned after the Mike Cheney franchise. I don't how did I see what a big name like Mike Cheney was doing? I'm like, why can't I do something like that? I've got the product, I've got the energy, and I can train. So I came up with my own version of that, which is a bit different from what he was doing, but the idea was inspired by what I see other big names doing. All right. Now, in the proper launch of it, it didn't really do well. But when I moved it to a high-level product, it's now $997. Believe it or not, when I first launched it, it was like $197 or something. But I moved it to $997, and I've had better results marketing it directly as opposed to marketing it through JVZoo. I will explain that in a minute. I created the 7 pillars to 6 figures training masterclass, okay, for top-level people who are in different professions, who are trying to get going on the internet. And finally, the one that has really broken out for me, I just created that less than 2 months ago, but the success I've had with this is already accounting for almost 20% of my income. Believe it or not, maybe about 15%. Okay, it's called the Passion to Income high-level coaching program. Okay, it's 10,000 and 5,000, depending on the 2 options you pick. And the idea is to actually hold you by the hand, step by step, to help you create and launch your own digital business. So those are my 3 iTicket coaching plans that I created, and I'm going to be pushing them hard next year. So basically, then on the publishing front, I got 4 books out. Okay, we have the Digital Business Gold Mines, Launchify 360 Formula book, and the Netpreneur Manifesto. Now, these 3 were mostly given away, okay, as a way of building a list, as well as building credibility. And again, as I'm talking, remember, you want to be thinking your mind. how will this apply to me in my own business? I'm giving you a rundown of what I did in 2017. Then, of course, I launched the Netpreneur magazine that is doing very well, at least in terms of quality that I wanted, in terms of the visibility that I wanted. And then next year, we're going to focus a lot on how to monetize it much better than we did this year. All right. So we also created other brand and building, credibility building products. I started the Netpreneur show. I just need to be more consistent. All right. It's a great show. You know, no frills, where I'm just going to talk my mind about digital marketing. I created that. I ran a few of them, but I was not as consistent as I know I should be. I did the Netpreneur Summit that I told you about, got all the big names in the industry to come and speak for 3 days. And then, of course, I also created the Netpreneur Awards. We are going to be doing that early in the new year. Right now, voting is going to be concluding tomorrow, and we're going to be awarding the best of the best in the industry. Though all those three are part of my own brand and credibility building plan. They were not really about the money. They were about getting credibility there so that you can begin to market high stock stuff. So it was a great year. All right. And then we got mixed results. We fell short of the $1 million mark. We did about 890,000. Okay. As at yesterday when I did stock, we created and launched 10 products. Some were great, some not so great, some actually failed. We created the Fearless Netpreneur community, but I didn't give it enough attention that I should have, because that would probably have taken me over the mark of the $1 million I wanted. And I'm going to improve on that. We launched a high-level coaching program late in the year. Okay. I should have built on the result, because the results I got in November and December were just crazy. Okay. And I could have focused a lot of that at the beginning of the year. So this probably will be my flagship for next year, because the results I'm able to get for people has just been outstanding. And then the money is better. You help people get results and you get paid a lot more than launching a $200 product. All right. I did not do what needed to be done to become an affiliate marketer. So I really didn't do a great job of that. I have to be honest. And that ultimately affected some of my launches, because I knew going in to 2017 that for you to be a great product launcher, you also have to be a great affiliate marketer, because that is how you get the big names because to really cross 100,000 in any launch. From what I've done about 3 of those $100,000 launches so far. For you to get a $100,000 launch, it's not difficult. All you need is maybe the top 5 to 10 people in the game. But they won't promote you for long if you are not doing much power for them also. But for some reason, I just didn't like the affiliates work, or rather, I didn't take it serious enough. I tried to use freelancers to help me do it. They were not doing a good job. And at the end of the day, I just gave up. I haven't done any promotion like in almost 2 months. But come January, that is going to be a very big part of what we're going to be doing, because I know for me to get what I want, I have to help other product launchers get what they want by being an effective promoter of their products. All right. So that's it. So we failed to launch my charity product, the Netpreneur Incubation Center. And I think it was more out of fear and lack of focus, because I got the building, which was supposed to be the most difficult part. I got it for free even, a building that can take 200 people. Okay, I got the support of a big church who was going to back me up. But I needed to launch the GoFundMe campaign and also devote some money of my own to get the money I need to set this up. And I just kept postponing, and it didn't happen. And I'm hoping that 2018, that will be a major plan. All right. I created the magazine, like I said, and got 8 editions done, but we didn't do enough marketing of it. And deliberately, I wasn't thinking marketing yet. I wanted to perfect my system. I wanted to make sure I can deliver on time before I start pushing for those big names to promote it or to monetize it for me. Then, part of what I didn't plan for, I got into crypto towards the end of the year. We all know what happened end of November, where Bitcoin went from like less than $1,000 to $18,000. At that point, there was no way I was going to start ignoring it. I've been ignoring it for like 2-3 years. I've heard of it, but I'm like, yeah, it's going to die. It's a fad. But when it got to that point, I realized that I need to take this thing serious. And then I started studying. And I realized that Bitcoin is not a fad. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is like the way internet was 20 years ago. It's going to take over. I'm not saying Bitcoin itself will not crash. It may even go to zero. All right. The ones that are out there right now may not make it. But the idea of cryptocurrency is here to stay. I've been studying for the last 2 weeks. I haven't done anything else but study cryptos. All right. It's going to be a big part of my 2018. And I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to get into it very hard and probably stop some of the stuff I do in internet marketing, because I believe that is the future. And this time I want to have a stake before all the big names come in and take it over. So I got into crypto probably about like 2-3 weeks ago, and that wasn't part of the plan. So I more or less neglected most of what I needed to do in December. All right, but I organized a successful Netpreneur Summit, organized Netpreneur Awards, like I said. So the major reason though, again, guys, what I'm doing right now is like a recap of my year. I know your own year may be different. All I needed you to do was to make sure you pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, I just want to be sure I'm still live here. Okay. All right, great. We're still doing good. All right. We did not, part of the major reason we didn't achieve our goal is that we did not properly calendar our specific activities month to month. And that is going to be one of the things we are going to be dealing with a lot. Where is the Q&A? All right. All right. Okay, I see Debbie, Craig. I'm going to come back and answer your question later. So you have a question about the software itself. Which of the softwares are you talking about? Mobimatic or any of the other three? Anyway, one of the reasons why we didn't achieve what we set out to do, because from the way things went, I could have surpassed my goals beautifully. But number one reason is that we didn't specifically schedule activities month to month. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't say I'm going to do this in January, I'm going to do this in February, I'm going to do this in March, all the way to December, which is the best way for you to achieve your objective. So for those of you who didn't do that this year, that might be something you want to put in place for 2018, because it limited me. At some point, I had to be scrambling. At some point, the programs started clashing together. At some point, the programs were not really getting pushed as hard as they should, because I did not do specific scheduling in advance. All right. I did not pay close attention to what it takes to be a top affiliate. I've talked about that. Then we had major disappointments from staff and partners, because I can't build software myself. So I partnered with a lot of guys who can do it. But for some reason, two of the major ones that we're expecting were going to be launched this year, like Livematic. Livematic was going to be the Mobimatic of 2017, but we couldn't get it launched because we ran into a problem while testing it, and I had to junk it until next year. Hopefully, we can get it going. Then we also have I'm trying to remember the name now. We also have another one, Mobinator, that was going to be a 3-in-1 mobile marketing platform. Again, that the developers were slow in delivering, so we had to shelve that for a while. But all of that is going to come in 2018. All right, enough said out of that. Is your game plan ready for 2018? That is supposed to be the essence of today's meeting. Let me hear from you guys. All right, if you already got your game plan written for 2018, give me a yes. If no, give me a no. I want to know. And I'm looking at the comments for those of you in the webinar room and those of you that are outside the webinar room. All right, so let me see a yes or a no. All right. Oh, I see chat nicely here. All right, good to see you, boss. Okay. Now, guys, I wanted to type for me, Michael Neal. Good to see you. I'm just looking at some of the comments in here. Now, if you already got your plan for next year, if you already got it written, put a Y, a yes in the chat. If not, put a no. I just want to get an idea how many of us have done this exercise already. All right. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Yes. Already I'm getting notification about great stuff that is going to be happening with my VIP guys. If you haven't gotten the VIP thing yet, you really, 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 really want to go do it, because something awesome is about to happen with it. All right, I'm waiting for your comment. No, okay. Jonah says no. Akombi says no. John says you're a big encouragement. You didn't answer the question. What happened to our book on crypto, Mr. John? We got to get it done, okay? All right. Now let me stop sharing for a minute and go to the room and chat with those who are in the webinar itself. Guys, how many of okay? I see lots. I see Kenneth says no. Pedro says yes. Nico says no. Chris says no. Roger says no. Fantastic. So at least we are getting participation. I appreciate that. Let me quickly type back because I don't remember. So what we are going to be doing now is I'm going to give you just a second here. All right. For those of you who have not yet gone to sign up for the VIP, is fearlessnetpreneur.com/giveaway. That is very important for you to be able to get all these goodies that I'm talking about. Okay. So Buy or anybody is there, help me type the free gift, the VIP pass access on the screen right now. Okay, fearlessnetpreneur.com/giveaway. Okay, I think I can type it here. Fearless Netpreneur. Let me give that for those of you who are just coming in. Myself and Chad Nicely, one of the top names in the game. We are coming up with something powerful in February. But for the whole of January, we are giving a free VIP pass to over $12,000 of training. But I was just told by Chad now that he actually put the $30,000 giveaway context for me, which means you have a chance of winning as much as $30,000 in my giveaways. Isn't that awesome? So you want to go sign up for the VIP team to get free access to that. Okay, so let's go back to the training of the day. Okay, so now we need to put together our action plan. Okay, so how do you crush it in 2018? These are the action steps, and I'm going to break it down. You want to make notes? Then we are going to go ahead and break down the action steps one by one. Okay. Number one, you got to set your objectives and income goals in writing. 90% of people who never achieve much during each year, they just have this thing in their head. They don't write it down. And when you don't write down your goals, it's not going to happen. You're going to forget. You're not going to be under pressure to do it. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do 1st of January, I'm actually going to post my own goals for 2018 on my Facebook wall. The reason why I do that as a memo is to put myself under pressure, because I know some people are reading it and they're going to ask me at the end of the year, what happened? So by doing that, I'm committing myself that I have to at least try. Same way with you, all right? Step one. Step two, be clear why that goal is important to you. Another reason why a lot of people don't achieve their goals is that they don't have a strong why. They don't have a why they have to do it. So you are not under pressure. You are not motivated. You are not passionate. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about step three, identify where you will get the income from. Excuse the typo. It's not enough for you to say, I want to make $10,000 a month, or I want to make $1,000 a month, or I want to make $100,000 a month. You got to identify where will the money come from. It's not going to come because you prayed. Thank God for prayers. Prayers are good. But you got to do some work before that prayer can become real. So you got to identify where will you get that money from. Step four, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to break it down. Don't worry. You got to be clear on what you will do to get that income. Now, in step three, you decide, you identify where you're going to get it from. Who are you going to be helping and all that stuff. But they're not going to give you the money unless you provide a service or a product. So you have to be clear. What will you do to get the income that you are looking for? And step five, you have to clarify for yourself, how am I going to deliver these services? See, there was a time I did not, okay. All right, I'm getting messages here, so I'm just going to finish, then I'm going to go back to all those comments on the VIP team because I have more announcements on that. So you have to clarify how you will deliver. It's not just enough to say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to produce this, or I'm going to create this. You also have to be clear in your mind. How would you deliver it? I never answered these questions well. Yeah, I knew, okay, I was going to create software products, but I just assumed all my software products are going to be on JV Zoo. I didn't really sit down to think, okay, what are other places could I deliver it at? Okay, there's ClickBank. There is even JV Share now. You got to maximize what opportunities you have, but you won't do that if you don't sit down and think about it. And then number 6, how and what will you get paid by your clients? How do you structure yourself? How do you structure your fees? How do you structure your prices? Because your income goal is got to be related to how you're going to be charging. Otherwise, you are not going to get it. All right, now, are you guys getting something here? Am I getting too technical already? I wanted to be as simple as possible. If you guys are okay, am I talking fast? Can you listen with my accent? If you can hear, I need you to give me a yes, you are good, or slow down, or something. I can't help the accent. You have to just listen with an accent if you can't hear me well. All right? Come on, guys. I need this thing to be participatory. Let me go back in the room, and let me see what my guys are saying, those who are in the chat room. Okay, Mary said if I could slow down a bit, okay, I will do that. Mary Christopher, I want to appreciate you. You're a good client. I saw your stuff yesterday. Please, you have direct access to me now. If you have any challenges, please hit me up on Facebook. I'm very interested in your success. I see that you are very, very serious, and those type of people, they really attract me. Okay, thank you so much. I'm gonna slow down a bit so that Mary can hear my accent. All right. So step 1, let's break it down. Okay, I've given you the 6 steps. In case you have not written it down, please write it down or do a screenshot, because that is your 2018 right there. If you are going to crush it, it is easy to crush it, but you got to have a plan. Okay, so let's break down the steps. What is your projected income goal for 2018? Hope is not a strategy. You got to know that. You got to decide how much you want to make a year. Divide it by 4 to know how much you must make per quarter. And then divide the quarter by 3 to know how much you must make every month. Then divide that month by 4 to know how much you must make weekly. See, the day I did this, automatically I know I cannot afford to just come on Facebook all the time and spend 6 hours doing rubbish, because you're going to be under pressure. I wanted to make $1 million this year. By the time I divided it, I realized that roughly, okay, because you have to take 1 month or so out for vacations and stuff. So I just said, okay, divide by 10. So that means I have to make roughly between $80,000 and $100,000 a month if I'm going to make my $1 million income goal. You can see how scary that got. All of a sudden, by the time you realize that you have to make $80,000 a month, you don't have time for frivolities. You're going to have to think, okay, how is that $80,000 going to come? Now, all of a sudden, you realize that it's not going to come from just selling $17 products. How many are you going to sell to make $80,000 in a month? You are not Todd Gross, and you are not Sam Barker, and you are not Omar Martin. So you are not likely to sell front-end products of $17 and get your $100,000. They do it repeatedly because they have a deep back end. They know what they are doing. Okay, that front end that you are seeing is not really the real thing. They have all this stuff that they are perfected over time to get their money. I didn't know much about that. So you have to sit down and say, listen, how do I make? So if your goal is $100,000 for the year, which sounds very realistic if you're not making big money yet, all right, that means you have to make about $10,000 a month. So you have to ask yourself, divide 10,000 by 4. That means every week you got to make about $2,500. Or you're not going to reach your goal. It's going to be clear. So you now have to ask yourself, what am I going to do in week 1, week 2, week 3? That is the real work that you should take about a week. I'm going to take the whole of the, after today, for the next 5-6 days, I'm going to already have a plan, of course. I'm going to work on perfecting it to where I actually narrow it down month by month. How do I want to get this 100K? Because I'm going to set $1 million for myself again this year. I don't want to put myself under too much pressure and go to 2 million. I want to set $1 million again. So that way I can overachieve it, because I already did 890 this year. So I know how to get to $1 million easy. That way I can give myself less stress while still making the money I need to make. I have to break it down. It may not be that you are going to do something every month, but then maybe it's every quarter. If you're in the software business, maybe you can only do something once every quarter. But after you learn what happens in the remaining 2-3 months, you got to do that. A lot of people, and that's the difference between the 3% that make 97% of the income and the 97% that are struggling to make 3% of the income. Those who make that 97% money, they take time to plan this. When you talk to some of those big names, let me give you a couple of them. Maybe you go to a Todd Gross or you go to a Omar Martin and you tell him, oh, I want you to help me promote my product coming out 3 weeks from now. He's going to tell you, no, I can't do it. I'm back for 3 months. Why? Because they plan. They already know, okay, I'm going to promote this month. And this is how much I expect to make this month. I'm going to sell this month. I'm going to try to sell 3 coaching programs this month. I'm going to try to sell 200 products. They have a plan. You got to have one for whatever it is. Now, like I said, you don't have to be an internet marketer. You can be a lawyer. You can be a doctor. You can be whatever. But whatever your income goal is, how are you going to get it? Okay? You got to divide. You got to see it clearly that every month I got to make this amount. That will scare you. That will spur you to action. How many of us get that? Okay, how many of us get that first part? That's one of the biggest parts you got to do. Okay, OVST. Okay, I know you're a musician. How do you plan to make money? How much do you want to make with your music this year? I'm using an example now. You don't just go from month to month. You got to sit down. Okay, I'm a musician. I want to make 1 million naira this year. I want to make 2 million naira. If you want to make 1 million naira in a year, that's 100,000 a month. Where is it coming from? Okay, so you know. By the time you get to the 3rd month, you know if your year is going to be shit or if you're going to make money. All right, now let's continue. So let's break down that step 1. So what is your monthly projected income goal? All right, think and pick a good figure that you really would like to make, and don't be afraid to think big. 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000. Some of these figures look big to you, depending on your level. But you got to pick what you want, even if it's $1,000. You got to pick it. You got to decide it before the year is in, because you are trying to achieve. Now, once you have made up your mind, again, once you have said, I want a figure, you got to ask yourself, why is this money important to me? Before, I didn't really used to understand this, because most of the events that I attend or workshops, when they talk about this, they talk in terms of, okay, how to buy your Lamborghini or how to go to the beach to go and enjoy. And I can't relate to that, because those things don't move me. I drive a very nice car, okay? I drive a $60,000, $70,000 car, but it doesn't motivate me. I don't wake up in the morning and say, okay, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to make money or I'm going to buy a car. So when you're asking me to make buying a car my why, it doesn't resonate with me. Or some of them will talk about how you're going to go on I remember when I was doing network marketing, they try to sell you on it by making you visualize being on a beach, sipping coconut, sipping candy with a coconut on the beach. And all. I can't relate to that. I'm not a beach person. I don't drink. And I think coconut is nasty. So when you're telling me all of that, I'm not getting motivated. So you got to ask yourself, why is this income important to you? The why is critical to your motivation. Your own is different for everybody. I'm going to share my own why to you in a minute. All right. Without a big why, it is difficult to keep focused. Okay. Let's look at my own example. All right. I really, like anybody who has got to listen to me the last 2 years, I want to be able to make more than enough that it won't matter whether I get any income from my law firm or not. And I know how much we are making. I want to be able to single-handedly make more money than my entire law firm is making together. That's the motivation for me. I know how much we make a year. I know that if I want to start competing there, I have to start doing like $2-3 million a year. So I'm working myself towards it. So that is a big motivation. I want to be able to help my daughter go through medical school. She's going to be going to medical school in 2018. And part of the idea is that if it is possible, just like we helped her graduate without having to take college loans, what if we can pay a medical school without having to take so much loan or any loan? Okay, I want to give my wife enough money every month so that she can choose if she wants to work or not. And she's a senior nurse, probably make about $10,000 a month, a little bit over that now. So my idea is that if I can make enough money where I can give her a little bit close or higher than what she's making going to work, then she can decide if she wants to work or not. I'm not going to say she should stay at home. I don't want that. But I want her to be happy, do whatever she wants, so that if I say, let's go to a conference, she's not telling me, okay, I have to go to work. Okay? She's not telling me. We're close to that now, by the way. She's not going to tell me, oh, I can't go, because that's why you have been seeing my wife a lot with me on conferences this year, because I'm moving closer towards the goal that I wanted to achieve. And then my wife is always tinkering with her house. We live in a gorgeous house. It's 3 levels. Okay, we thank God for that. But we've been here for a while. And my wife loves to work on the house. And I just hate it. Okay, she spends so much time getting handyman to come, even when something is not broken. She just wants to fix it simply because we've been here a while. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to make enough money to just buy, and I don't want to go buy a house that I'm going to pay for 30 years. All right, I want to be able to say, okay, this is at least half of that money. If I can't pay the whole thing out, get a gorgeous house for her that she wouldn't have anything to repair, at least for 3, 4, 5 years. That is my own why. I can relate to that. And then, of course, another big why is ego. Whatever works for you. My coach, Omar Martin, or I knew we were talking one time, and he says he's had several successful students, including myself, who have made multiple 6 figures, but he's not had one that has made $1 million in a year. And that motivated me. That why can't I be the first guy to do? Yeah, you might say that's stupid, but find whatever motivates you. And that has been a big motivator for me. And I know for next year is a done deal. There is nothing to discuss unless somebody gets there before me. Okay, next year. Why? Because that motivates me. That's the kind of thing that I like. Call it ego, call it pride, call it whatever works for you. I don't care. Find what works for you. Because when things are down, when you're not making the money you need to make, when your product flop, when things don't go well, that goal is what will motivate you. All right? Are we getting this? If you get those first 2 steps, give me a 1 and 2 here. Come on, guys. I need to hear from you. Oh, Olumuwagam, I see you. Pat, the big boys are watching me. I'm in trouble here. All right, that's one of the top JV managers out there. Okay, guys, if you get me so far, I need some feedback. I need to be sure that I'm not just talking to myself. If you get it, give me a yes right there. If you need more explanation, all right, great. Okay, I see lots of people saying yes, they get it. This is really sweet. I love this. This is the first time I'm using Zoom for a webinar. I've never used it before. I use it for interviews, but I've never used it for a webinar before. I normally use GoToWebinar. And then somebody asked me to, told me to try it. I like it because now you have people both in and outside watching live. This is cool. I see those of you on Facebook. I see those of you in the house. Shay up well. Good to see you. Udong Jonah, I see you. Come on. You need to respond if you're having fun with this. Come on, let's go. Let me see if I can even like some of this stuff right here. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. Zoom, let's go. I love Zoom. Zoom is good. Okay. Now, number 3. Remember, again, we are breaking down what you need to do to crush it in 2018. Number 1, you got to decide how much you want to make. It's nothing like random. Don't just leave your faith to what faith gives you. You got to demand. It's whatever you demand from the society that you get. Number 2, you got to start asking yourself, okay, why do I need this money? Money shouldn't just be for money's sake. For me, for instance, next year is going to be huge because I actually want to start the first all-internet church. There, I said it. That's one of my goals for 2018. I've been off the sidelines in the Christian work for a while, because I had to deal with a lot of stuff in my own personal life. I mean, I'm a very real Christian, but I feel that the time is right for me to try and help churches start an all 100% internet church. That will require money. I need to get Netpreneur Incubation Center going. That will require money. And I need to do all this stuff that I mentioned. So you got to find out what are your whys, okay? Maybe we should do a little exercise. I don't want this to be to be just be one-sided like a normal webinar. I want it to be interactive. So why don't some of you type your why for me? All right. What is your why? How much you want to make in 2018? And what is your biggest why? Let's do that quickly. I want to hear from everybody. Come on, guys. When you participate, this thing becomes real for you. A lot of us out there, including me in my wannabe days, you watch video, you watch video, you watch video, but because you don't participate, you don't see progress. So I want to hear some participation here. Just tell me on your chat whether you're in the webinar room itself or whether you're watching live on Facebook. Okay, tell me what is your income goal for 2018. I think don't put the annual. The annual is becomes abstract. Tell me how much you want to make every month. See, that one is more immediate. It takes you to action. How much you want to make a month and what is your biggest why? All right. Mary says, I'm not a super car person either. I grew up with farms. Thank you. All right. I'm not even going to bother reading people's goals out because I don't want to pay attention to anybody's own. You put your own down. All right. Okay, Jet, I see you. Fantastic. Now put the money you want to make and why is it so important for you to make it? You got to do that exercise. Maybe you should start it right now. But even after this webinar, you got to sit down and you got to think about it. Why do you need that money? Money is a means to an end. What is the end that is pushing you to make this money? So very important. Okay. Fantastic. I like that. Somebody says, I can read out some of those comments without necessarily mentioning the names. Minimum so much per year just to pay bills and live without fear of not having enough money and having to rely on others. That is from somebody right inside the webinar room. All right. Somebody says, I want to make 5 million naira because I want to relocate to the US. I like that. See, that's a direct need right there. You want to come to the US. You know you need 5 million to come. And so chasing it down becomes easy. And I see a lot of action from you. Emmanuel, I think you're going to achieve it. I see you make a lot of move towards your goal. All right. Who else wants to type for us? Okay, let me see on Facebook. I want to make minimally $25,000 a month from my business. I want to make my first 6 figures by the first quarter. Why do you want to make that? The why is actually more important than the figure. Because once you get the why right, going to get it is not going to be hard. I know that if I don't make $1 million next year, I'm not going to do all those stuff I mentioned to you guys. So I got to do it. Okay, so it's come and talk to me. All right. You want to make $950,000 a month. That's in Naira. Okay. But what for? Why? All right. I don't want to fail my family again. Somebody said that is not specific enough. Fail them in what sense? Okay, you got to be specific. So that way, when you're watching that video, when you're watching that, when you're attending that event, you know you got to take action. You know this is no longer a joke. I got to achieve this. Okay. All right. Somebody says I target $5,000 a month because I want to make impact aside from giving my family a worthwhile lifestyle. If I were you, I would make that more specific. Did you? Let me go back to some of the stuff I listed for myself last year. All right. Very specific. I want to say goodbye to my law firm in terms of whether they give me money or not. I mean, they give me some money every month. Now I want to be in a situation where if they don't pay me any money or whatever, I won't care. Or I'll be in a position to even give them more from my own side. My daughter is going to medical school. I want to be in a position to be able to help her. If I'm not even going to pay for everything, let me pay a big chunk of it so that she doesn't come out of medical school owing $500,000 like most people in America do, so that she can have a good life, so that her life is not tied to loans. Okay, I want to give my wife enough money, and I made the figure specific. I asked my wife, how much will you need for you to decide if you want to work or not? She says $10,000. Because I'm apart from the home maintenance things I'm going to give her. So I know. And I really, really want, I'm one of those guys that like to have his wife around. And anytime I want to be able to say, we are going to London, let's go. So that she doesn't have to over plan. Like we are going on a cruise in January, for instance. We have to plan that in advance. Many of the events she followed me to, I have to give her like 2 weeks to 1 month notice. I didn't like that. I want to be able to say, let's go. And she goes. So see, that's specific. I want to get a brand new house. Those who look at my house, they say, oh, you live in a fantastic house, you live in $500,000 house. Why do you need a new house? I want it because my wife wants a new house. She's always tinkering with this one. Or at the minimum, give her enough and say, take this bulk money, 100K or 200K or whatever, then do any renovation you want. If you still want to stay here, so that I don't want to hear about renovation for the next 1 year. See, those are specific stuff. And that is where I want you to be. You want to be specific. See, because when you are still general, all right? When you are still general, it doesn't happen. Do you guys get me? All right. I see Daniel here. Build 3 innovation hubs in Nigeria. Fantastic, Daniel. You got to figure out how much that costs, and then you need to figure out what it will cost you to make it happen. All right. Okay, we get that. All right. I see somebody talk about church. Interesting. 5,000 so that I can support the church building of your church building. I like that. Like I just told you, next year I'm planning by the grace of God to actually do an all digital church. No building, no physical address, everything online. And I know it's going to take money to promote. It's going to take money to recruit people. And I'm all for church. I'm all for God's work. Okay. Even as limited as we are, even with our imperfections, it does not mean we cannot do God's work to the best of our ability. I'm going to be talking more about that in the new year. All right. Toby Okunuga wants 100 million. That's in Naira to take my parents and siblings on an international trip by December. That's also a good and worthy goal. Okay, we get it. Let's move on. Number 3 thing you need to do is that it's one thing for you to say, I want to make this money. What is the number 1 problem you want to solve for people? Or sorry, what is the big problem you want to solve for people to achieve this income you are talking about? All right, because the income is not just going to come. Nobody's just going to write you a check. You got to solve problems. Hope is never a good strategy. Many of us, we run our businesses on hope. And I can tell you from experience, it does not work. You must be willing to solve some big problems to make big money. Lots of you have put down a lot of big money you want to make, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen unless you solve big problem. Okay, so let's look at that. Let me give you some examples, because sometimes people not understanding the kind of examples they need, what they need to do is also a problem. So I'm going to break it down using my own personal example so that you understand what I'm talking about. So example of some of the big problems. And by the way, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you opportunity for some of you to have a one-on-one call with me. So make sure you hang in here. Okay, I'm going to give you like a 30 minutes to 45 minutes free personal strategy call. There's nothing to buy on this call. I'm not going to sell you anything. So don't worry about it. I just want to share. This is part of my end of year giving. Okay. But at the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you a link for you to actually, if you can get in there, I have like 3 slots a day for the next 2 weeks. If you can get one of those slots, I will actually get on one-on-one with you to help you structure your business for 2018. How many of us are excited about that? All right, for 2 weeks, we're going to have 3 free slots, one-on-one. All right, and hopefully you get that. Okay, yeah, some of the, oops, let me put that aside right there. All right, yeah, some examples of big problems I'm helping people solve in my own business. I'm helping people turn their hobbies, talents, and passions into profitable vocations online by giving them a practical process to do it. That was that program that I told you, the Passion to Income program, as well as the Netpreneur franchise. What I actually do is we go beyond just giving you videos to watch. We actually do a step-by-step implementation with you. And that one, we don't have plenty people. I can't take plenty people in that because I have to do that personally. All right. But those are problems I'm solving, and I charge big money for it. Okay. It's not pepper soup money I charge for that. I help people overcome the frustration of spending so much money and time trying to achieve success online. I help them put the different pieces they need together so that the goal of turning their hobbies, talents, and passion to income online, they can achieve it. And I help them put together the structure they need to put together what they want, creating a product for those who want to create software products like me. I take them through the process. I show them how they can do it successfully. For those who want to turn their business, whether they are consultancy business, their motivational business, their weight loss business, they want to turn it into a big money maker. My job is to help them put the structure together to make that happen. That is how I'm solving big problems for big money. All right. So in your own case, you got to sit down and ask yourself, how am I going to do this? Let me go back. So write that down. You got to answer that question. What is the big problem? I've given some example. As a matter of fact, where if you are lucky to get that free call with me, I'm actually going to give you a sample form that I collected, and I'm going to give you a blank form for you to use in completing that exercise, because that is the genesis of everything you need to succeed online. So try to hang on to the end of this presentation so that you can get access to that, what I call the exercise. I'm going to give you the blank sheets to complete with the questions. Then I'm going to give you a sample completed one to guide you. All right, number 4. You got to ask yourself, what is the kind of pain people are dealing with? Remember, when you have a big headache, you are willing to pay any money for the drug that will help the headache go away. Same way, when you help people solve their problems, they will be willing to pay you as much as you want. Okay? So you got to think, you got to identify what are the pain the people you want to solve problem for. Examples of some of the pain my target clients are dealing with right now. Many of them lack internet marketing knowledge, foundation skills. They might have had lots of videos they watch, but they lack the practical application of those knowledge. They lack technical skills to create the product and structure for the internet. They lack knowledge on how to attract clients online. They lack expertise. Now, this example I'm using is the example for my passion to income training program, not necessarily my software business. This is where I actually help anybody in any industry, in any area, okay, to actually turn their passion, their hobbies, and their knowledge into a profitable business online, regardless of whatever that knowledge is. So these are the example of the pain they are going through, because I sat down to identify it. Lack of expertise on how to deliver the product effortlessly to their clients. So these are the main pain points. People that I'm looking to help, okay, in 2018 to turn their passion into income online. These are the stuff they go through. You also need to sit down and decide what is the pain your people are going through. If you're in weight loss, what is the pain that they're going through? If you're in personal motivation, what is the pain they're going through? Now, once you have decided that, now you got to ask yourself, how will you deliver the solution to your problem and to your clients? It's one thing for you to have a solution to their problem, to their pain, but you also need to articulate how will you deliver it? Because without proper delivery, you are not going to be, without proper delivery, you are not going to be able to get the money that you want. Again, let's look at it. Let's look at some examples using the passion to income coaching program that I have as an example. For those of you just coming in, that's just an example. You have to decide how you want to do your own. Are you still with me, guys, in here in the room? All right. Are you guys still with me? Come on, I need some feedback here. Are you guys still with me? Am I making sense? Okay, great. Great. All right. So here are some examples from my own perspective, what I do. So the way I help my clients deliver their products. So let's say, for instance, you are in personal motivation, or you are in or you're a real estate person, or you are in fashion, whatever it is. All right. So part of what I try to help them do, the product that I help them create, or rather the solution I create for their pain, this is how I deliver it. Weekly program. I help them create done for you funnel. I do weekly live coaching, one-on-one. I also created a forum for them to come and ask questions when they get stuck, where other people can help them and they can help themselves. I do weekly, monthly one-on-one status calls, depending on the package that people sign up for. I have the 2 of those packages. All right. Some are weekly, where we do one-on-one call, just me and them on Skype, on Zoom. All right. Or one-on-one for a month, once a month. So those are the 4 major ways I had them to deliver weekly training program in form of I didn't include the audio, video presentation that I've done, recorded audio and video in a membership area that they can go and watch at any time. Then I have a weekly program for them. Before, when I have students, I give them all the videos at once. And I realize that many of them get confused. So what I'm doing for 2018, I'm reducing it to weekly things. So they get 1 week supply at a time. Oh, okay. They said the Facebook Live went off. Did it? Interesting. Did it go off? It looks like it's still on. I think, are you guys still seeing me on Facebook? If you're on Facebook and you're seeing me, can you put a yes, FB? I want to be sure that you guys are watching. Steve, good to see you, man. If you can see me, please put FB there. They said the live is not working. The live is not working? But if it's not working, how are you able to answer it? All right, and you can hear me, Steve? Yes. All right. Okay. I understand that you can see me and you can hear me. All right, fantastic. Okay. So my point is, you got to think, how will I deliver my solution? In my own case, I have recorded audio and video training. I deliver it every week now from in 2018 so that you don't get 100 videos at the same time. You get it a batch a week so that you can deal with that. If I go to the next one, I have them create done for you funnels. Then I provide live coaching for some of my programs. Some of them is forum for them to ask questions. Some of them is weekly one-on-one. All right. Once you have answered that question, remember the way you deliver it. Let me go back to the question we're dealing with. Is going to be different for everybody, but you got to think it through. All right. So number 6. Okay. Now this is very important to achieving your goals. Who do you want to work with? Many of us are running from pillar to post because we don't have a clearly defined market. We don't know who we want to work with. We have not segmented them. We have not decided who are the people we want to work with, who has the kind of money we want, or who have the type of temperament we want, or who have the type of problems we can solve. You can't solve problems for everybody. Okay, that's what one of the things I realized this year. You cannot solve everybody's problem. So you got to have a clear description of your ideal clients. And that is part of what, of course, all right, that's part of what I help my own students do. Okay, I'm checking some comments on Facebook here. Okay, I won't let it distract me. We'll come back to that. All right, so you got to ask yourself. So let me give you some examples of people that I want to work with. Again, your own situation will be different. I want to work with internet marketers who are tired of struggling to make major money online. In other words, I really don't want rookie marketers, at least for the Passion to Income program. I have several products, those who just want to start. In fact, I give them free books like the digital marketing gold mines, like my Netpreneur, whatever. I give most of the newbies. They're not my ideal client. What I'm looking for my own people that I want to work with in 2018, are those who have tried internet marketing for a while, but they're not having success. Now, that was those type of people, they know what a webinar is. They have basic ideas, all right? But for some reason, they're not making the money. Those are my ideal clients. Those are the people I want to work with. I don't want to work with somebody who doesn't even know what a funnel is yet. I don't want to work with somebody who has never heard of PLR before, because that is much other work. For the my one-on-one coaching program, that's what I'm describing here. I have several programs for the newbies, those who just want to come on. That's a separate thing. But I'm using the example of my Passion to Income coaching program. All right, I call it the P2I program. The people I want to work with there are people, internet marketers, who are tired of struggling to make money online. In other words, they've been online for at least 6 months. They've been trying to make money online for 6 months or more. They have no success, or they don't have the kind of success that they want. Number 2, I want professionals who want to automate their processes, sell and deliver their products online. In other words, I'm looking for that motivator guy who is very good at motivating people, but is not making money with it. He wants to be able to make money online with it. I'm looking for that fashion designer, okay, who wants to make money with his skills on the internet. I'm looking for that lawyer, okay, who's looking for how can I make money online with my legal skills. All right, those are the type of people I want because I can help them. I know exactly the pain they're going through because I've been there. I know the solution to their problem because I've solved it for myself. So I know I can help them. Whatever profession you are in, whether you're an insurance agent, whether you are in weight loss, whether you're in personal motivation, whether you are in Christian motivation. It don't matter. Those are the people I want to work with. In other words, those in any profession who want to use the internet to reach out to the world, to make the income they want, while also making the impact that they need. So those are the two very clear type of people I want to work with in my Passion to Income program. If you don't belong in these two categories, when I give the link for you to get a free interview later, don't bother filling it out, because it's going to be a waste of time for you and a waste of time for me, at least for this program that I'm going to talk about at the end. I'm being very frank. I don't want to waste anybody's time. There are different packages for different people, but for the Passion to Income program that I'm focusing on and using an example here, those are my own type of people I want to work with. Internet marketers who need to go to the next level. Maybe they're making some money already, but they want to go to the next level. They're making $3,000 a month now. They want to go to $10,000. They're making $10,000. They want to go to $25,000. Or professionals who are not even internet marketing at all, but they have professional knowledge or good knowledge, or somebody who has a great hobby and it's looking like about how to make money with that hobby, whatever it is, fly fishing, dancing, whatever, and they want to make money with it online. That is my target market. You got to think, remember again, this is an example from one of my programs. You got to ask yourself the same question. Who do you want to work with? Who is your ideal client? What is their income level? What is the kind of pain they're going through? Okay, hope we get that. And number 7, you have to pre-qualify your prospects in your target market. Once you also know the people you want to work with, you got to pre-qualify them. Examples. How do I pre-qualify? Okay, the fact that you're an internet marketer and you need me to help you is not enough. The fact that you're a professional who wants to go to the next level in your business, or you want to use your passion or your hobby to make money online is not enough. I still have to pre-qualify you. Okay, and when I pre-qualify, this is what I'm looking for. Those who are really hungry to make money online and are tired of playing games. Some people are not yet tired. They still want to go be buying product after product. I don't want those ones. Okay, they want to do 4 or 5 things at the same time. I don't want those ones. I want those who are tired. See, who are tired of just struggling. They are now ready to calm down and learn. Some people are not. My first year, for several months, I wasn't ready. Okay, so I was doing whatever I wanted. So anytime I hear of a coach who really can take me to the next level, I don't have the patience because I'm still trying to try out other stuff. All right, so I pre-qualify that way. I also pre-qualify by checking for those who already see some level of success, but they want to go to the next level. They're already making some money. Okay, but it's not enough. They want to go to the next level. That is my ideal client. I pre-qualify. Okay, I look for people who have some knowledge about the target market. In other words, they have some knowledge that they can share for the target market. Or if they don't have the knowledge yet, they are willing to go learn to become an emergency expert in their chosen area. Anybody can be an expert in anything if you are willing to learn. Just like I told myself that 2018, I'm going to be an expert in cryptocurrency, at least the marketing of it. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been studying. I've been watching videos. I've bought about 6 books on cryptocurrency. And I know that what I know now is more than what 80% of people out there know. And I just started maybe about 10 days ago. So anybody can be an expert. And you're going to see the work that I'm going to be doing in cryptocurrency next year. Like I said, it's going to be a big part of my mix for next year. So the fact that you don't have that expertise knowledge right now does not mean you cannot learn. If as long as you have interest, you have a passion in that area, you are ready to learn. I can qualify you that way. All right? Of course, I prefer those who have some little knowledge about how the internet works. I don't want somebody that I really would prefer not to start with somebody who has never even who doesn't even have a Facebook page yet. Those are tougher to deal with because it's a whole separate type of coaching they need. But for the passion to income thing, I prefer somebody who has a little knowledge of the internet. They know how Facebook works. They've heard, even if they don't know what it means, they've heard of an autoresponder. They've heard of some of the basic stuff that they need to survive. That's it for me. What about your own? You got to learn. You got to write down, how do I pre-qualify them? Are you with me, guys? I need to know if you are still with me. Give me a yes and give me some love. I don't see any love here. Give me some love, guys, to let me know that you are still out there with me. Come on. I don't just want to keep talking. I want to hear some love from you guys. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Okay. Yep. Those of you on Facebook are not giving me some love. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I need to see some love. No? Let me know that. Okay. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Pedro. All right. Thank you guys so much. Amin, thank you so much. Izu, fantastic. Come on, give me some love here. There you go. See, I love this. I feed off of your energy. Stephen, my man, good to see you, man. Okay, so this, for me, is a game changer for those of you who are really ready to make a difference in your career for next year, regardless of what it is. Number 8. All right, now this is now ratcheting up the game. Apart from their pain, you are moving from pain to the hell that they are going through. Because your job, your real money, is taking them from hell to heaven. So you must articulate the hell they are going through. Examples right here. I'm just going to rush right now. I'm talking about those, for those that I want to deal with in my Passion to Income program. There are those who are stuck at minimal level of online income for years. Maybe every month they are lucky to get $1,000 or they are lucky to get $500. All right. And they are just frustrated. They've been at it for years and they can't move beyond that. Or those who are really spending lots of time online, they're serious about making money. They spend lots of time, but there's no progress. That's hell. Because they are seeing guys who are not, who are just coming in after them, doing great. All right. Those who have winning products, okay, or who have product after product, but not getting anywhere with it. It used to be the kind of hell I was in. I was good at creating products, but I was not making money because I don't know how to launch them. I don't know how to sell them. I was focusing just creating products. That's a hell in his own, on his own. And you see others coming in, okay, who start doing better than you. All right, you see, watch others. That is a kind of hell on his own. That is for those type of people I want to help with my Passion to Income program. You got to ask yourself for your own niche, what is the hell your people are going through? And then you got to also articulate how would they feel after receiving the results that you promised them. You got to give them a glimpse of heaven. People will pay you for taking them to heaven from hell. It's just the way it is. You got to articulate what it will look like. Here are some examples. Okay, I want to be able to show them how to make regular income online. Let them know that when I'm done with them, they're going to have more time to enjoy the internet lifestyle that they dreamed of. I'm going to show them that when I finish with them on my program, they will be able to pay most of their bills. They will do what they really want to do without worrying about the money to do it. Okay, they will help others solve the problem for themselves. So you see very clear glimpse of heaven. In your own case, you got to decide. You got to think about it. You got to articulate it. All right. Number 10, what is the path of victory? Now, this part is very important. It's one thing for you to share the vision of hell, the vision from moving from hell to heaven. It's a different thing. It's a different thing when you have them articulate their problem, when you have a solution. But it is important for you to be able to articulate for them the step-by-step process, which is really where a lot of people get stuck. Okay, this number 10 is absolutely critical, all right? If you are just joining us, when the video is done, it's going to be saved on Facebook. And those of you who signed on to the webinar, you are going to get a recording sent to your email, all right? Because I have people in the webinar room itself, and some of you are watching on Facebook, okay? Now, you want to articulate the path to victory. In other words, how do they get from where they are to where you want to take them? When you are able to articulate it for them and make it practical, people will pay practically anything because that's what they want, if you can get them the success. So it's not just talk. You are telling them, this is the first step we are going to take together. This is the second step you are going to take together. all the way to when they get to the heaven they want to go. And that is how I've been able to have great result with the Passion to Income program, because I can articulate. People can see it. They know what the program is. They know what the first week is going to do. They know what the second week is going to do. All it remains is to go do it. Here are some examples. And again, by the way, before I give you examples, in your communication, all right, you got to share the hell they are going through and talk about the victory they will enjoy, and then show them the path they're going to use to achieve victory. So here are some examples for my own people in the area of my I-Ticket coaching, which is the Passion to Income program that I'm helping lots of people with now. Number one, their part of victory is that we're going to help them take an inventory of their different skills and passions and get the most marketable one. I give them a video to watch that will show them how to do this. Then we get together on one-on-one and we agree together. That's step one. The next step is decide the best profitable niche to maximize their skills and interests. Let's say somebody loves fashion. Inside fashion, there are some niches that are profitable, there are some that are not profitable. My own job is to help them get the niche inside that their passion that will get them the maximum returns based on their skills and interests. You also got to do the same thing. I hope you're writing this down. Number three, then the next step is for them to create the flagship product or service that they need to sell online to achieve their goals. Are you seeing it now? They take an inventory of their shape. They decide the best niche to be in based on their passion, their knowledge, and their skills. Then the next thing, we help them create a flagship product. Not many products, one. Because you only need one good product to get $1 million, really. Then you can branch out. So we help them create the flagship product that they need to sell online to achieve their financial goals. The next part is, after they have created their flagship product, which we help them to do, we give them video to watch, then we get on the one-on-one with them, and then we actually help them create it. Okay, we actually coach them to create it, because that is where lots of people get stuck. Then we create a marketing funnel for them to market it by either showing them what they need to do if they have technical skills of that. If not, we help them get professionals who can help them create this marketing funnel so that they don't get stuck in trying to create a squeeze page, in trying to create a landing page. We tell them what they need and then tell them about software they can use to build it. And if they don't want to do it themselves, show them the most cost-effective way they can get it done without touching the computer themselves, because they need that to sell the product. And then number five, we help them find out where to find and attract clients who will buy their product. That's the next part they need to take after getting their product and getting their funnel done. Then, how do they find the people who are going to pay them this money? Number six, we help them craft an offer. My own coach in this area, Maquel, okay, one of the guys that really helped me to put this together, his name is Maquel. I haven't mentioned him a lot, but he was very instrumental in helping me put this together for myself. Okay, even though I was doing well, when I wanted to get into the I-Ticket area, I had some challenges. Okay, I know how to create software and launch products and make great money with it. Okay, but when it came to the one-on-one Passion to Income team, and I came up with a program, I needed help in coming up with an irresistible offer. He calls it the Godfather offer. In other words, an offer that your clients can't resist. You got to create that. That's the next step in the plan. And then deliver the product automatically with minimum work. That's the next step in the path to success. And then provide ongoing service and support to their clients, just like I provide to my own clients. All right, again, that's the path to victory, so people can see it from where they are now to where they start to see the money. This is a step by step for me, and each step will take it in a week. So there's no rush. All right, so that within 2 months, we can get your spanking business off the line. You got to think the same thing for your own business. Okay? Is this making sense, guys? If it's making sense, give me a 10. If it's not making sense, give me a 1. Let me get a quick review right there from you guys. So far, am I making consistent sense to you? Come on, guys. I love it. I love it when you guys give me feedback on a level of 1 to 10 right now. How am I doing? Okay, on a level of 1 to 10, how am I doing? Come on, guys. Mary says 10. Simon 10. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Pedro 10. Where are the Facebook guys? They're not responding. Are they gone? Or their data has run out? Okay. Excuse me. I'm deliberately taking my time. All right. I don't want to rush through this. So it's going to be like a 90-minute presentation type of thing. All right. Or more even. So watch the one you can watch. If you can't watch everything at a time, just come back and do it. I've never believed in just rushing everything and then you really don't understand what it is I'm talking about. So forgive me if this is dragging. I did say it was going to be a 2-hour thing. And I think we spent 2 hours watching a video about how you can crush 2018. Is not too much. Okay, we get that. Number 11, now you got to ask, what will you charge? Remember, I'm using the example of my Passion to Income program that I say I do to help people to cross over. In your own business, it will be different. But you still got to answer each of those questions for whatever business you are doing, whether you are in consumer service, whether you are in personal development, whether you are in software development, whether you are in internet marketing, it doesn't matter. You got to answer all these questions satisfactorily. I am doing that for myself, and that is why we're asking this question, okay? So you got to ask yourself, how will you charge? Because at the end of the day, you are doing this. Yeah, you want to help people, but at the end of the day, you also want to make money. You have a target that you set in question 1, right? How do you get it? You got to determine how do you make the money. Remember, you are not selling a commodity. It took me a while to actually accept that internally. You are selling results that you help them get. So you can charge based on the result. If your program is to help people make lose weight, what is that worth to them? Okay, and you're actually going to give them step-by-step program to do it, not just a video that they're going to watch. You're going to help them implement it. All right. If it is personal development, you're trying to help somebody to get rid of addiction. I don't know, whatever it is your business is. That is what we are selling, the results. You are not selling a book. You are not selling a video. You are not selling a commodity. Again, that is how I coach my guys in the Passion to Income program. So I'm using that as an example. So whatever it is you are doing, if you are singing, all right, you want to go sing for people, you got to decide how do you want to charge. Okay, so your models might be different from mine. So I don't want you guys confusing my own example with yours. So in my own example, I want to charge commensurate with the results they will get. And I charge as a top player in the game that I am. All right. Don't be scared to charge high income for your services. That's what I tell myself, because I'm helping them get results as opposed to just selling them products that they will never use. As a matter of fact, a lot of my coaching students, I give them all my products for free. Because it's not about the product, it's about the process of helping them to achieve the results that they wanted. Okay? And finally, you got to write this out. Based on all your answers to 1 to 11, it is good to write in a flowing prose for maybe like 2 or 3 pages. You write out your mission for the year based on your answer to 1 to 11. All right? You write out the mission statement, including everything you have answered before, as a flowing narrative. It is good for you to summarize everything now that you have written down into one flowing narrative. That is when you begin to get into it. That is when the thing starts to become real for you. Because for you to achieve it, it's got to be real. Okay? So at this point, now, when those of you that manage to get a free call with me, I'm going to give you my own answers to all of this, plus my narrative at the end, so that you can see what the sample is like, and then you can do the same thing for yourself. And all those of you that even came to this webinar, I'm going to send you that form for free, plus my own answers. All right, even if you never got that free call with me, it's okay. I want you to achieve greatness in 2018. So for those of you who registered for this webinar, if you are watching on Facebook and you have not registered for the webinar, I will encourage you to go register. I think the link is somewhere out there on my Facebook wall, or Bayo, if you can post the link for them, for those who don't have the link for registering for the webinar. I'm not going to post the form and the answers on Facebook. All right, that will be only for those who registered for this webinar. The idea is that so that you have the questionnaire, all right, plus my own answers to them as a second document, so that you can refer to my own answers when you're coming up with your own. The objective is not for you to copy me 100%, but for you to use my own answers as a sample for you to come up with your own. Does that sound like a good deal, guys? Okay, now for those of you who are not yet registered for this webinar, I'm sending you, I think it's called invitation. You probably will get that in your mail later. You want to click on it and register so you can get the extra special gift I'm going to be giving. But for the form and the answers to these things, I'm going to send that to everybody anyway. But those who attended this are going to get a copy of my free book, a free copy of my book, rather. I sell it on Amazon right now for $19.99. I'm going to send everybody a copy. So make sure you are registered so that you can get this. Okay. Now this is so you can. I'm going to send you the book, like the form as well as answers. So you basically have two options at this point. You can go it your way, take the question and answer I've given you, and then go execute. Or you can get a proven system from somebody who has not just done it, but has actually mastered. And I tell myself I'm the best in the world at it right now because I actually help you step by step. I don't just give you video training. I come live with you. Okay, to do it, you can do that. All right. Again, I'm telling you what to do now. Here is what I said at the end. All right, I've already helped hundreds of professionals. Some of them are watching me even right now. I see John Greatman here. I see several of the people that I've actually helped to go into actually implementing what I call the P2I system, passion to income system in their businesses. I'm going to show you several of them in a minute. I just don't like to overboast about this. But if you want to get a free call with me, okay, passiontoincomehelp.com. You complete a form right there. It's going to ask you some questions to pre-qualify you. And then once you're done with the question, it will direct you to where you will book appointment with me. I think there's like about 3 or 4 open spots every day. All right. Hopefully you are going to be able to get one when you get on that call on the calendar page. You click on the left to see what days are available, and then you click it, and then you complete the form. And then I will give you a free 30-minute to 45-minute call. Yeah, some of the guys have helped. Okay, Oliver Norton, John Greatman. I don't want to overdwell on the testimonials because really I don't want to focus on that right now. We're going to talk about all of that when we talk. All right, these are some of the guys that I've helped. All right, some of them you can check with them and verify with them. Take a David Dada, for instance, who went from being an unemployed IT enthusiast to a 6-figure income business that includes the top IT radio in Nigeria right now, DigiSpace, IT consulting, and IT freelancing workforce. He's a guy that has actually, some of you know him, some of you don't, but he's the CEO of Sherry Brooks Media. I remember the first time he ever came to my event, which is about 3 years ago or so. He was unemployed, even though he was a good IT guy. He had no job. He didn't have money to pay for the event. And today, he's a guy that is liberating lots of people all over the world. He has one of the highest rated TV shows in Nigeria. He has trained over 3,000 freelancers himself. He consults for big telecoms, IT firms, and banks. One of the big telecom firms just gave him a contract last year to train people all over the eastern part of Nigeria. And it does well over 200,000 a year. Now, that was the figures from last year. I don't know what he made this year. He's gone. I just see him going to Dubai like he's going to Yava every day. Very proud of him. All right, we've helped lots of people. You guys know Stephen Akitayo. He's gone supernova. I mean, Stephen Akitayo probably is, I don't know if he's already made $1 million in sales this year. He's crazy. He's been to America 4 or 5 times this year alone, training people. He's in Dubai, I think, right now, if I'm correct, or he just left Dubai. Okay, these are some of the people we've trained. So we can help you, definitely. I don't want to dwell on here. Is several more people. The question now is, are you going to be one of the success stories in 2018? All right, we're going to have plenty of success stories. The question is whether you're going to be one of them. So yes, I can help. I'm just because I really want to rush this down so that I can take some questions. This is not about boasting about the people that I've helped. I really am not big on that, even though it's important for you guys to see this man has done it. All right, and then it can help you. I mean, some of my guys I've had $70,000 months. Okay, so but it's about you. It's not about the money of somebody else. It's about the money you could make next year. All right, I've set aside seats to talk with you. Okay, I've given you broad strokes about what you need to do. Now your own business will be different. So we need to do a one-on-one call to see how we can help you if this is something that interests you. Again, you go to this strategy call is free, 30 to 45 minutes over the next 2 weeks. I'm going on a cruise on the 28th of February. So don't take any day after 18th. If there are available slots, I don't know what my assistant did. If there's any slots after between 20 and 28, I probably won't be available. Okay. So you want to get a slot that is available. We are planning on going on a cruise in the next 2 weeks. All right. But this is not for everybody. I don't want you to come on that to take a spot and then waste my time and your time. Okay. This is not about being arrogant. I don't want to waste your time if I can't help you. And I don't want you to waste my time if you're not the type of person I'm looking for. I don't want people who are unethical, who just want to make money without delivering service. I don't want people who are lazy. Yeah, money is easy to make online, but you got to work. I mean, I am doing very well, but I'm not going to lie to you and say I only work 2 hours a day. That's not true. I work about 10 hours a day or more. And that's just a fact. You're going to work. Okay, you may not need to do 10 hours a day. I mean, I do it because I just love doing it. Of which out of that 10 hours, about 3 or 4 hours I waste every day discussing politics on Facebook. Deliberately, I'm having fun. That's how I enjoy myself. So don't follow me. If you see me discussing politics on Facebook, don't go waste your energy responding to me when you could be making your own money. That is me relaxing. Okay? So I just want to be clear about that. I don't want lazy people. I don't want whiners and complainers. Some people, all they ever see is what is not right. I mean, what is not perfect. Oh, that link is not working. Or there's a typo on the book you sent to me. Or the video you sent to me is not clear on at the 2-minute mark. I don't want whiners and complainers. I want people who are ready to achieve results. All right? I don't want shiny penny chasers. People won't focus and get results in one before they go to the next one. I do several things. But until I focus on one thing to start making major money, I didn't succeed. But the minute I lock down one, and let's say my software business, on a bad month, I will still get about $20,000 coming in from my software businesses that I've done in sales. Okay, I'm talking about 4 or 5 software that I have that are active out there. When you combine them, I do between 20 and 30,000 every month. I got to that point where before I started focusing on other areas of my business. So you got to focus. So if you are still a guy that will buy this one today, buy that one tomorrow, buy the other one tomorrow, I don't want to deal with you. Okay? So don't even bother filling out that form. All right? Do not apply if you're not absolutely committed to your income goals, because there is nothing that is more frustrating than for us to agree on step-by-step path to victory, and you don't follow through. You can't make up your mind. You can't make decisions. You can't take action. Please do not take the spot of somebody else with that if you are one of those people. So don't go to that side, all right? If you don't like to put in the effort to succeed, I don't even want to talk to you. There's an effort. There is no free money. I don't deal in free money. For those of you who want to learn about crypto, for instance, I'll work with you. But there's no easy path to victory. I'm learning, and I'm also going to be teaching you what I'm learning. That's okay. If you want to be in software business, if you are a professional, a motivator, a personal developer, you need to be willing to put in the effort to succeed. For instance, let's say you are in the personal development niche, and one of our paths to victory might be you need to do a Facebook Live for 15 minutes a day. You better be ready to work. If you're going to make the money, when we're working on a plan with Mr. Stephen Akitayo, we agreed. And I'm stunned at how conscientious he is. There's no day you will not see Mr. Stephen online doing training, because that's part of his program. He kills it every day. He's working hard. People might see him in Dubai today, see him in Maryland tomorrow, see him in New York the next day, and think he's just having fun. The poor guy is having fun, but he's working. Those are the type of people I love to work with. I'll do anything for Mr. Stephen Akitayo because he's going to execute. If you guys agree, he's going to do it. I'm the one sometimes that is even lazy and letting him down. So those are the type of people I want. But this is for you if you genuinely want to make build a good online business. You want seriously want a higher quality of life. You want to help in launching your own six-figure business that is based on your passion, your knowledge, and expertise. Again, remember, I'm only talking about those who want to turn their passion, their knowledge to income in 2018 on this call. Okay, so if that doesn't apply to you, we can talk about something else later. And you understand, okay? You apply if you understand that you got to have some skin in the game. Don't take my call if all you want is free stuff. I'm done with all of that. That is a separate thing. I'm not going to spend 45 minutes with you on the phone. And when I'm done and you say you want me to continue to help you and you don't want to pay anything, don't even come on. I will give you the free 45 minutes. Okay? I'm not going to charge you for that. But once we are done and you want me to go to the next level with you, you have to understand that it's not going to be free and it's not going to be cheap either. So if you're not one of those people, don't even bother. All right? I would love to work with you. Okay? Because working with me is not cheap, but most of my clients come back for more because they make more than their investment within the first month. And then they stick with me for a long time because I got a big twist to my coaching program now where while you are still learning, you can start making money immediately on the side. I will show you how to do that. So if you feel that category, go to passiontoincomehelp.com. Hopefully, there will still be a slot available for you. Passiontoincomehelp.com. And this is what we'll be doing on the call. We help you get clarity about exactly what you want your business to look like and the exact steps you should take to achieve your goals. We help you get crystal clear on your specific plan of action, pinpoint how to position yourself and package yourself for profit, discover your target market. We will talk about it, how to create your irresistible offer, and how to map out your plan to get clients consistently. We show you what you can do. In other words, I'm going to try to go over the path to success with you. On that 45-minute call, I'll give you free ideas, free information that you can either, at the end of that call, go execute yourself. Or if you now need me to work with you after that, then we can talk. Okay? The call is free. All right, basically that's it. So if you get on the call and we agree to work together later, here's what you can help. Here's what you can look forward to. The first week, I'm going to help you position on yourself how to profit in front of a hungry audience. The second week, we try to get your offer ready. The third week, we help you create your online marketing machine, critiqued by me personally, and we help you go live online. For some of you, the plan we're going to come with is so be stupidly simple because each niche is different. Okay, each business focus is different. Some of you might be a bit more complicated. Some of you, it's just a two-step stuff that we design for you, and you start seeing results quickly. So it's going to be different from everybody, from person to person. All right. And then the fourth week, we help you get your ads and your stuff online so that you can start getting clients. Basically, that's it. So you can go to passiontoincomehelp.com for the one-on-one call right now. Okay. Yes, this will work for any person with a passion, a hobby, or knowledge, or experience, or expertise that they want to monetize. Works for any of them. All right. It will be around roughly 45 minutes. And probably the most valuable 45 minutes you will invest in yourself this year. Again, if there are no spots available anymore, I'm sorry, you just have to keep checking as we release more spots. Okay, passiontoincomehelp.com. I cannot do more than 3 or 4 of these a day because I have to do it myself. It's not something I'm going to give to my associates to do, at least for 2018. I probably will do most of it myself. From 2019, I probably will train people to do that call for me. See, it's a progression. But for the first few months of 2018, I will be doing this course myself. Okay, and then make sure I have my assistants on the call to learn how I'm doing it so that they can help people as much as I want to. Okay, so again, you have 2 choices. You can do it yourself, or you can go try to talk to me to see how I can help you. All right, I love having fun. That's my daughter. The one that we are praying will be going to medical school next year. She's doing interviews now. And that is Michael. My main man is still in college and he's doing great. We just love to have fun. And I think you should also take time to have fun out of life, okay? Because life is too short, is what I tell my wife all the time. Okay, you don't know how long you got. So you got to, as you are struggling to build that empire, to make all that money, separate time to enjoy life. I mean, I've been to, I don't know, probably 10 vacations this year. I know I've been to Nigeria 4 times this year, and I've done like 6 or 5 other vacations in the US. Okay, anytime I want, I go on vacation. Why? Because I want to enjoy this life as much as I can. Okay, because you don't know what you got. But I still work hard at the same time. That's why I'm starting the year out next year, going on this fantastic cruise. Okay, that is me and my wife at I think that was the one on the left is at Orlando, where we went to Universal. Okay, we went to see all those, went to watch all those videos and all those movies. And that was me eating a very big fat leg of turkey. That's why I got all this big stomach. All right. And that's me and Nikki also. I think that was Seattle with the family, where we went to the museum for war. I think they went to check out the submarines that they used to fight World War II and all that. Why are we doing this? Because that's why I work. I'm enjoying the great lifestyle. This 2017 has been the best year of my life in terms of having fun while at the same time doing great in business. Before, I've either been too serious about business, I don't have time for fun, or I spend too much time for fun and I'm not making any money. But this year has been great. And that's what I want you, because you deserve it. You got to tell yourself, you deserve this. You deserve to be able to take off, because for many of us in Nigeria, for instance, we even have some rich guys who've not had a vacation in 5 years. Okay? Because they married to their job. If they travel for 3 days, they think that businesses will collapse. I have friends who are practically billionaires, and I was inviting one of them to go with us on a cruise. Okay, in 2018, this January 20 cruise, and it cost about $3,000 just to. It's not much for a couple. About $3,000 for a couple. And this guy, I know if he's not a billionaire, he's a multi-millionaire, and he says he cannot afford to be out of the country for 7 days. Why make all that money if you can't even get out of your business for 7 days to enjoy your life? Okay, so you deserve to have a great life. And if you can figure out how you can make money without having to worry about where the money for the vacation will come, then you deserve it. All right? So what to do next? Get your free call, passiontoincomehelp.com. Select time and date. After you have completed the form, there is like question and answer just to give me an idea what you are all about before we get on that call. And then pick the date and time good for you. And then limited spots. Again, for those of you out there, I hope some of you can still go with us on this cruise. It's on the 28th of January. And if you are living in the US, it's going to cost you just about $3,000 or less for you and your spouse to go have some great fun. And it's the best networking event you are going to go, because over 300 of the biggest marketers all over the world, they are going to be going on a cruise. And I've been going for the last 5 years. Probably the best way to start a year. You make some crazy connections. You have fun while you are making connections, and you relax. You come back. You are charged. You are motivated. And I'm already looking forward to this. And then I'm going to be in Las Vegas in February with Chad Nicely for a 7-day event that is having, which by the grace of God, I'm going to be speaking at that event also. So I already got 2018 going. What about you? Okay, guys, so let's take some question and answers now. I'm done. All right. Now let's take some of your questions and answers. First, if you find this helpful, I want you to, again, I'm done with the presentation on how to crush it in 2018. If you think you have learned something useful here, okay, give me a rating right now before we go to the questions. All right. Okay, Mary says you already booked appointment. All right. I think the link for the what is it called now? For the one-on-one call, the free strategy call, passiontoincomehelp.com. All right, that's it right there. Okay. All right. Pedro says, quite insightful. Tax $1 million. I want you guys to do a rating right now. Just type a 1-sentence impression of this presentation. All right. Do you like the style? Because I may be using this more because I like it. It's the first time I'm doing a webinar that is also being broadcast live on Facebook. I've not done that in a while. And I think I like it. This Zoom thing is powerful. I didn't even know that. Okay. You guys think it's a great idea? Come on now, talk to me. All right. Great presentation, Kenneth. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Roger Lakeman says the first time he has listened to me at length. Thank you. And I hope you can understand my accent. All right. Okay. Yeah. If you don't, you got to listen with an accent when you're listening to me. All right. Simon says great. Okay, great. So let's take some of your questions. I want to take the next few minutes because there is no rush. You see, it's live on Facebook. It's also live on webinar. I have nothing. I'm doing this morning. I planned this for this morning, so I have time. All right. Those who need to leave can leave, but those who want to have some questions can ask questions for the next 10 minutes. Okay, Roger said, what is the future of Mobimatic? Very good point. Now, let me go to extemporary. One of the things I noticed, and I have to be very honest with you guys out there, we're actually launching the ultimate version of Mobimatic on the 8th of January. We're launching it on JV Share. Okay, it's the first time we're launching there. It's the version 3.0 of Mobimatic, where we have loaded it with new and a lot of other benefits. And I think we're going to be giving an 80% discount coupon to our current members so that they can get that. But as for the future, yes, one of the things I realized is that I didn't pay enough attention as I should pay to Mobimatic this year because I was relying a lot on others to do the support part, which of course they have to do. But in terms of paying more attention to the day-to-day marketing of the Mobimatic consultants, I have to be honest, I've not done as much as I should. And then we got a major setback, okay, from Facebook in the sense that Facebook just deleted the mastermind. We have like 3,000 people or so in the mastermind. We woke up one day and it's gone. Okay, we don't know what happened. We appealed to Facebook. They didn't even bother to respond to us yet. So what I did last week or so is I created a new Facebook mastermind. And that tells me right there that I can't rely on Facebook forever for my mastermind. I'm going to have to move it to my own website. Hopefully, I'm going to use Everlesson or something, okay, with my own domain name. So that way I'm in control. But that's what happened. So we lost the Facebook mastermind group. We just recreated it. But I myself have not been there a lot. And I'm going to try to spend more time there in 2018 because it's the biggest part of my income. It's the Pareto principle. So I should focus more on the part of my business that is generating the most money for me, at least until passion to income catches up with it. That one is making a big wave in terms of catching up to Mobimatic. So to answer your question, Roger Lakeman, I want to be really honest with you. I've not put enough effort in it. Personally, of course, I have staff. We have more than 10 staff that work on this every day. But I know my own personal presence is actually needed. I want to start doing it the way Chad Nicely is doing Everlesson. It's always there every day. It's always doing something. It's a lot of work, but it's a great product. So Mobimatic is going to be going to the next level. I'm going to be spending a lot more time in there. If you are in the mastermind and you can't find it before, it was because Facebook deleted it. I don't know why. They never sent us any notice. It just disappeared. It's crazy. But we have recreated it. So you want to go join again. And hopefully myself and Ifyok, my partner, and then Steve. Steven is our head of customer support. I'm going to be insisting more that they need to be there because Mobimatic is a great product. And then we need to do more with it in the coming year. All right, Roger. Hope that that answers your question. Again, my apology. I want to make sure I apologize to all users of Mobimatic who might be watching this, who felt that you have been neglected for a while in terms of my personal presence. I admit it and I apologize. And I'm going to try to do better. Okay. All right. Inside Mobimatic. Okay, we are going to fix that so that people can click in there. Steve, if you are watching, the link inside the Mobimatic page that goes to Facebook, okay, needs to be changed because we just created a new mastermind. Because people are going there, they are clicking, and it's taking them to a page that has disappeared. All right, any other question? All right. The 4 p.m. that you applied for Shreya, I waited for you yesterday. By the way, if you apply for the one-on-one call and you don't show, I'm not going to give you a repeat. I mean, you were supposed to be on an interview with me. I think it was this morning. You didn't show. I was waiting for you. So I doubt if I'm going to give you a new date, but if you can get one, good luck to you. But, all right. So thank you, Roger. Again, I'm going to do better. I don't want to deceive myself or lie to you guys that I've given you the best I can in Mobimatic. I'm not, but I'm going to try, because if about half or more than half of your income is coming from somewhere, you'll be a stupid man to neglect it. It's part of what I call doing a personal assessment. Now I realized that I should pay more attention. I should talk to Ifiok and my partners. We should pay more attention to Mobimatic. It's a big money spinner for us. Okay. All right. So any other question, guys? Let me check those on Facebook. Do you have any questions here? Let me see. The Passion to Income program, there is no, you can't pay for it on the side. It has to be after we have done the one-on-one call, because I'm answering the question from, oh, really? She said he used to sell cruises. We need to talk. Maybe we can start a netpreneur cruise. Actually, it's part of my goal. I don't know if that's going to happen in 2018, but I'm looking for somebody who can put together a cruise for me, and then we get our own guys to go. Although I love Marketers Cruise, this is just going to be an alternative, particularly for those who are going to be coming from Africa. All right. I mean, it's a where can I see the Passion to Income program in detail and pay for it? What I like to do, I could give you a link to go pay for it right now, but I don't like to do that because I want to make sure we talk one-on-one first, because it's a high-ticket program. It's not something you're going to pay $97 for $47. So I want to make sure it's a good match. That's why I wanted to do the one-on-one call before agreeing that I want to put in my program, because that program itself, I'm committed personally. It's a result-oriented program. It's not a program where I'm just going to give you a bunch of videos to go and watch. It's a program where I have to get you results. I'm giving personal guarantee of results. And I want to make sure before I accept your money or before I even accept into that program, we have talked. I want to be sure you are in the right place. Okay, I mean, so you have the link for you to go book an appointment. I'll give you one more opportunity to do that. Yes, Debbie, can you have a live Q&A for Mobimatic? I will set that up. I think what I will do, now that I have the Zoom and Facebook Live team, I will run it straight from the Mobimatic Mastermind, and I'll do a live Q&A for that. So watch for it. Debbie probably will start out on a Tuesday. That's January 2nd. I'm going to have to schedule it, okay? And then we will do that, a live Q&A. And it's something we should really do every week. I'm going to talk to Ifiok. I may not be much help on the technical side because I'm not a technical person. But as for the marketing side of it, how to get clients, what you can do to market yourself, I probably could help a lot in that. But I know a lot of you also have technical questions, so we should be doing a live Q&A for that. And it's part of the plan for 2018. I'm going to talk to my partners and try to make sure we schedule it properly so that it works. All right? All right. All right, fantastic. So Debbie, we can do a personal chat later as far as what you want to do with Mobimatic is concerned. All right, any other question? All right, Lade Olagoju, good to see you. Yes. All right, guys, feel free to watch the video later. If you sign up for the webinar, I'm going to send you a recorded version, and then I'm going to be sending you a free copy of my book, Digital Business Gold Mines. Okay, and then that's it. Okay, I'm going to be having several live shows on different stuff in my business this year, because this is the best way for me to impact you guys. In the absence of any more calls, I got to go. I'm going to give you last seconds to ask your questions. Let me be sure that I'm answering I've answered every question. All right, I see somebody raised their hand for a new message. All right, Kenneth Joseph, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for coming. Let's make 2018 rock, people. Let's make it a year to remember. And it starts with a plan. If you are watching this video, if you didn't watch it from the beginning, I want to beg you, go and watch it from the beginning. Make notes and then execute. Even if you don't want to sign up for my program, just do it. Because what you need to do to be successful is not plenty, but most people are not doing it. All right? Citizen Balabankole, good to see you. Finally. Okay? Good to see you. All right, guys. So, guys, let's talk. Any way I can help you. For those of you who are able to get a free spot for the 30 to 45-minute call, I'll be here all through the next 2 weeks, trying to help you to be the best that you can. 2018 is your year. Let's stop whining and let's start winning. All right, I like to call it that. Let's stop whining and let's start winning. Again, this is Dr. Banwo, and I'm out.